Yeah, I think, yeah, I think we are live now. Okay, is it audible? Yeah, I think so. Okay, yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so now the topic for today is actually, as you know already, is coding decoding. Okay, now the number of questions, if you want to see, I've already plotted a graph. So basically, earlier weren't any questions. After, if you see, after 2020, we are seeing constantly 2 to 3 questions. Okay, on an average, you can expect 2 questions from this. Okay, now this is a very easy chapter. Okay, what I have done, I have divided this into flowcharts. Okay, because sometimes it gets confusing that what I should be applying here, this, that. So everything will be taken care of by flowcharts. Now let's get started. So first thing, what are the kind of questions that you see in this topic? Okay, now if you look here, so there are something known as direct replacement questions. Okay, wait, let me check. Yeah, okay. So first is direct replacement questions. Now here what happens? Basically, some words are given to you and their something known as also given to you. Now, based on this, you need to guess some other word. This is how it works. Now here, why I am writing direct replacement, because you just directly have to find these letters here and replace it. Very simple. This is the simplest type. Now see how it works. So apple, you can see written like this, correct? PP is written as 2 2, then 1 3 4. Similarly, final is written like this. Now first thing, when you see a word like this, the first thing that should come to your mind is that, can I form this word using the given words? This will remain our first initiative that we take. Now, let's see here. So, you find P here. P is written as 2. So, P is written as 2. You write 2 here. Then, can you find I? Yes, I is written as 6. Correct. Then, can you find N? N is written as 7. Then, E is written as 4. So, this becomes your answer. This is direct replacement. Now, it may seem very easy to you. So, basically, UPSC has also given 2-3 questions on direct replacement. Okay. Now, the other kind of questions is rearrangement questions. Now, when do we call it rearrangement question? So basically, whatever letters are used in the word, same are in the code as well. If you see here, this is a very easy one. So you can see here very clearly, apple is written as papple, then mango is written as what? Now, how do you do this? So basically, you see that it is made up of same letters. So you just start doing match the column. So P, A, P and L, E. Can you see this? I am doing simple match the column. A is matched here, P is matched here. This is common and then cross here. Now same thing, same match the column I would do on the side of mango as well. Same XIX here also. So it becomes what? AMNOG. So this becomes the answer. Basically, in rearrangement question, you see the same letters being used. You just have to do match the column, get to the answer. Now we come to something known as alphabetical puzzle questions. Now, this is also the most common type that we see. Now, see here. So basically, I have taken a very easy pattern for an example. Now, here you see whatever word is there. Now the code for this word is actually different for each letter. It is not made up of the same letters as apple was made up of. Now you can see the pattern very easily. This is A, plus 1 is B, then P, plus 1 is Q, then P plus 1 is Q, then L plus 1, E plus 1. So basically the pattern is what? Plus 1 throughout. So if I were to write orange, it will be like plus 1 in all of them. So O will become P, R will become S, A will become B, N will become O, G will become H, E will become F. This becomes the answer. Of course, there are better patterns also here, So this is plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Now you can also have plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. Sometimes you may have with prime numbers also. So plus 2 plus 3 plus 5, then plus 7 plus 11, like this. Sometimes you may have subtraction also, plus 1 minus 1, plus 1 minus 1, plus 1 minus 1. So all those possibilities are there. This is alphabetical puzzle form. You understood all the three forms? Now, you see this? Now we learn ABCD? Of course not. So basically, this is how the letters are numbered. Now, if you see from the forward direction, how it is numbered, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. And the last ones are 23, 24, 25, 26. Now, if you look from the backward direction, Z becomes the first letter. This is second, third, fourth. Now, this, of course, you understand. Now, what we need to see here, if you observe any letter, so 26 plus 1 is 27. 22 plus 5 is 27, 25 plus 2 is 27, 24 plus 3 is 27. All the time what you are getting, that whatever is the forward numbering plus backward numbering of a number of a letter, that is equals to 27. Correct? Very simple thing. Now this becomes the basis why we only have to remember the forward one. Okay, we don't care about the backward order. You don't need any mnemonic, nothing. You just have to subtract from 27. If a question comes, what is the letter from the backward direction? It is the 16th. 16th from the back, that means what? I'll just have to, let's say 17th. So 17th from the back. Now I just have to subtract it from 27. So this becomes 27 minus 17. That means what? That means 10th from the start. And which is the 10th letter? So this is 5 and 5, 10. So answer becomes J. Understood? So always whenever backward is being used, what you have to do? Subtract it from 27, use the forward order only. Now, how do you remember these orders? Of course, you can always count A, B, C, D, but a much better way would be this. So this is 5. Then if you see, this is 10, because I have written like 5, 5, 5, 5. Then this becomes 15, this becomes 20, and this is 25. Okay, this is what you always remember. This is called E-jotty. Okay, E-jotty is what? E-jotty is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Understood? Okay, so now these are the letters that you have to remember. Now any other letter is just, you just have to see which of them you remember very well. For example, if I ask you what is the letter number of M, so then you remember J is 10, then 10 plus K, L, M, 3 I have to add, correct? So M becomes the 13th letter. You can see here also, this is 10, 11, 12, 13. Like this you have to see. If I ask you what is the letter for V, so what you can do? T is 20, then U, V. So U, V becomes 22. Understood? Very simple. Okay. Then, now we come to the flowcharts. Now, this is the flowchart for number codes. Whenever number code is given to you, this is what you need to follow. Very simply follow this. Most questions you will be able to do just by following this. Now, first thing, whenever you see a number code, okay, in the question, for example, the first question that we saw here, you saw number codes, correct? Apple is written as this, final is written as this. Then first thing that we always try for is direct replacement. Can I make that word which is being asked from me using the words that are given? First try is always direct replacement. If that does not work, now you come to this part. So what you do, if this does not work, now you write the number codes for each of the letters that are used. Okay, both in forward and backward direction. Usually I just suggest you write in the forward direction, backward is usually taken care of. Okay, so what you do, you write the number code of those letters. For example, if something was given about Apple, and of course I was not able to form using direct replacement, then I will start writing the number codes. So A is 1, then P is what? E-jotty, so OP, correct? OP, so that means 16th, correct? Then So similarly, this is also 16, then K, K, then L. After J is 10, then K, L. So this is 12, then E is of course 5. So I write all these letters, then there may be some operation that is giving me whatever number is given here. Now sometimes it may be just addition. So I add them all and check. Sometimes it may be multiplication of these numbers. So I multiply them and check if it matches with this particular number. This is how I find the pattern. First direct replacement does not work. Write the forward order of all the letters and try to see the operation. One more hint I can give you. In most cases, it comes from multiplication. Some form of multiplication is there if you can find. Now, let's see how you solve letter codes. Now, letter codes, first thing, if the number of letters are equal, number of letter in the word and in the code are equal. For example, that apple became papple, correct? So apple was how many letters? 5. Papple was also 5, correct? So that is number of letters being equal. If the number of letters are equal, now there are two possibilities. First, if the same letters are being used again and again, for example, in apple, it became papple, correct? So the same letters are used, then it is a rearrangement question. You just have to match it. Just match the column like we did there. Now, if number of letters are equal, for example, that in which apple became B something something B Q Q, correct? So here number of letters are equal, but the letters are different. Then in all probability, this is alphabetical puzzle question. Now what you have to do, you have to see it correspondingly. What is the pattern that you can find? That A is becoming B, then P is becoming Q. So this is +1 +1. It may be A becomes B and P becomes R. So it is +1 then +2 like this. So this pattern you have to find correspondingly. Then this is important. If the number of letters are unequal, that is in the word and the code which is given for it, the number of letters itself is not equal, then of course it cannot be rearrangement question. Also, it cannot be alphabetical puzzle, correct? Because you go correspondingly in alphabetical puzzle questions, correct? And here you cannot go alphabetically. Okay. Now, yes, Nandini, we'll wait after the class, okay, for your doubts. Now, so you cannot go alphabetical puzzle way. Now, so what we do, we just try to find the pattern in the common ones. So you identify that these and these are common, correct? At least these letters are common. Then you try to find whatever pattern you can find in the common ones only. Leave what is not there. Try to find whatever pattern you can find in the common ones. This is specifically for when the number of letters itself is unequal. Understood? Okay. So this is what we needed to do with respect to theory or whatever you want to call it. This theory is also developed by me only. Okay. So there's nothing much in theory. Now, only two note points you can remember. First thing, very, very important. How can I mark more stars on it? So this is very, very, very important. Always focus on point of difference in the options and solve for from that only. You should not be solving the entire word or whatever code is being asked from you. You should not be solving it entirely. It will kill a lot of time for you. Please don't do it. First thing, you see the options, find the point of difference. Let's say second letter and fourth letter is constantly changing, but sometimes what happens in options, you might have seen that all the options A, B, C, D, all the options start with O. Then, then, was it even needed that you find the first letter? Or let's say all of them end with N also. Then last letter is also not useful. So first we find out the letters which are different in option and we directly solve for these letters only. Okay, when I'll solve the questions, you will see why it is so important. Now, the last thing is that this you have to keep in mind that if nothing is working out, always remember three things in UPSC CSAT paper. If you're not able to find any pattern in coding, decoding, number series, letter series, whatever, always remember it may be because it is dependent on prime numbers. It is based on prime numbers. You cannot have any pattern in prime numbers. Then always remember the last digit rules so that you don't have to do difficult multiplications. Okay. Then last is sum of digits. That is, if some digits are given, you need to understand that sometimes it may be based on sum of those digits. So these three things always in mind: prime numbers, last digit, sum of digits. This is it for the theory part. Now we'll start doing PYQs. Okay. Now, okay. Quickly we'll move with the PYQs. I'll be only solving them. Okay, let's read this. Now, this is from 2016. It says, in a military code, system is written as sysmet, nearer is written as nearer. Then what will fraction be written as? First thing, we have learned the flowchart. So I see here system and I see here sysmet. First thing that comes to my mind is, this is the number of letters in the code are equal and they are made up of same letters. So in all probability, this is just a rearrangement. Now, same thing I do for nearer also. This becomes AENRER. Now, where do you see something's changing? So you might see that actually this part is changing. So T is coming here, M is coming here, E is going at the same place. Now, if you look here, if I divide this also from the middle, then you can see this pattern. Now, one mistake that many students did in this question was they just saw it like S, Y, S and here R, E, R. Why this is wrong? Because this is not uniform across both of them. Here you are keeping the first three letters same, here you are keeping the last three letters same. So it will become a problem. So the actual pattern is, you crisscross this also, you crisscross this also. Now it is a very beautiful pattern that follows throughout. Now it asks you, what will fraction be written as, which becomes very easy. Fraction, I divide it from the middle, 4 and 4. Now I turn this, so it becomes CARF and this becomes NOI, carfnoid. This D becomes the answer. Understood? Simple. Okay. Now let's do another. Now see this. This is what kind of question? This is direct replacement question. If you see it carefully, it says in a certain code, 256 means red color chalk. Okay. 589 means green color flower and 254 means white color chalk. The digit in the code that indicates white is. Now, first thing, you mark the sentence which has white. From that only you can get the value of white, correct? So I write it. 254 is equals to white color chalk. Now, which is the other sentence that I should be taking? This I must take because I want white. Now, the other sentence which has more in common, that is the one we should be choosing. So I choose here. If you look at this, red color chalk, green color flower. So color chalk, this has more in common. So I write here 256 is equals to red color chalk. Now, can you see it as a direct replacement? Now, whatever is the code for color, I don't know exactly. It should be present in both. Whatever is the code for chalk should be present in both. Correct? Now, 2 is present in both. 5 is present in both. What is not present? So, color and color, chalk and chalk cancelled out. What is not present? 6 and 4. Why they are different? Because red and white is different. So, very clearly, these two are gone, these two are gone. What is white equivalent to? White is equivalent to 4. That's it. So answer becomes B. Simple, no issues. Then next. Now This is if LSJVC is the code for Mumbai, what is the code for Delhi? Now, if I just don't give you the options, let's say you don't know the options, now it becomes an interesting question. Because of option, it actually becomes easy. Now, please remember this, sometime they may change, they may use this also. Now, see, this question is slightly different. Why it is different? It says if this is the code for Mumbai. It is not Mumbai. If it is not, this is coded as Mumbai. This is not being coded as Mumbai. Correct. Usually how it is written, that Apple is coded as this. Here it is written, it is not written this is coded as Mumbai. It is actually written the reverse. If this is the code for Mumbai, that means the original word is Mumbai and Mumbai is being written as LSJXVC. Okay, then it is asking you what is Delhi written as. Okay, once you identify this, then this is an easy question. What you have to do, but see, now let's open this. Now let's see the options first. First thing what we do, we see the option to find out which letter I need to check. Correct. Now see here, if I try to do the first letter, it is of no use. C does not matter. Now find out the letter number which is different in all of them, or at least 3 of them. Now if you look at the last letter, this is D, H, G, E. Only if I can get the value of the last digit, I'm calling it digit, please don't mind, okay, last digit or last letter, then I can get to the answer. Now see how I do it. So ML, how can you get from M to L? This is -1, correct. LM, then STU, correct, STU, so basically this is -2, then J, okay, J, KLM, correct. So this is -3. You get the pattern, -1, -2, -3. It goes on like this. Now if I have to write for Delhi, just see it. What I'll do, this will be -1, -2, -3, -4, and this would be -5. What is I equal to? I is, J is 10, so I is IJ, so I is 9, so 9 minus 5, answer becomes 4. 4 is which letter? D. So the answer should be the one which has D at last, which is option. Okay, we didn't find any other letter. Understood? Please always remember this. Now next, okay, if Raymond is written as 1 2 3 4 5, okay, hi, okay, Raymond is written as 1 2 3 4 5, Dinesh is 6 7 5 8 4 9, then Hamam will be written as what? This is the question. Now see, first thing, you see this, you see the words. What is the first thing that we all, you see the letter codes, sorry, you see the number codes. What is the first instinct that we have? We always check that can I form this word using the given words, correct. So now Raymond is 1 2 3 4 5, okay. Now from Raymond what I can get, I can very clearly get M, I can very clearly get A, correct. I'm only in search of H. H is provided by Dinesh, so H is also there. That means I can make this word using these two, and that is what we are going to do. So now H is what? H is very clearly 9. A is what? Correspondingly we have to see A is 2. M is what? M is 3. So 2 3, A is again 2, and M is again 3. So what you get? 9 2 3 2 3, 9 2 3 2 3. Answer becomes B. Simple. Then next, there are many questions, we'll solve all of them. Okay, what is the missing term in the analogy? This, then Mangi is equals to what is Mangi equal to? So you see this, A C P Q B E S U, very clearly different letters, same number of letters. That means this is alphabetical puzzle. Now let's see this. So A to B, this is what? This is plus 1. Then C. C to E is what? C, D, E. Correct? So after C, D and E. So this is plus 2. Correct? Because C is the third letter, E is the fifth letter. So plus 2. Next is P. Then Q, R, S. So that means plus 3. This would be plus 4. Now, Mangi I need to find. Now, I see the letters here. Which letter do you think will help me find it? So let's say I check the last letter first. So last letter will work like what? It will be like plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. So this would be plus 4. I is 9, as you had learnt. 9 plus 4 is 13. Which is the 13th letter? After J, it is K, L, M. So it has to be M. Now, if it is M, then it is either B or D. Correct? Now we need to check the second letter. Second letter, that is from N you have to add 2. This is much easier. N, O, P. Correct? So answer becomes what? Answer becomes D, N, P, J, M. Okay? Because I had to add 2 in N and then I get to P. Understood? Simple? Okay. Then, yeah, let's do this. What it says? A to Z are numbered from 1 to 26. GHI is this. DEF is this. Then what is ABC equal to? This was a good question. What I have taught you? First thing what you do? Okay. Now, if GHI is equals to 1578. Okay. So, GHI is 1578. Then it says DEF is equals to 912. Then it is asking you what will ABC be equal to. Now let's try to find the pattern. Now first thing what we do, we write the number codes for these. Correct? Number codes GHI, if you remember. So basically each OT you do remember, this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now you see here, this is J. Correct? J is 10. Then how do you, from E you start counting? So F, G. Correct? E is 5, F, G. So that means this is 7. Then H is of course G, H, I is in sequence. So this is 8 and this is 9. Correct? Now D, E, F, much easier. So D is 4th letter. This is 5th. This is 6th. Now, can you find the pattern between this and this? 7, 8, 9 and 1, 5, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6 and 9, 1, 2. Can you see a pattern? So the pattern is actually fairly simple. If you see it, so basically 4, 5, 6, how can you get from what you do with 4, 5 and 6 that you get to 9, 1, 2? Actually, if you consider this a single number like 456 and you multiply it with 2, can you see 912 for me? Yes. 450 into 2 is 900. 6 into 2 is 12. 912. Now, let's check our hypothesis here also. So, 789 into 2, correct? 780. 780 into 2 is 1560. And then 9 2s are 18. So, 1578. Now, same thing I have to do here also. ABC is 1, 2, 3. Then what I'll have to do? Multiplied by 2. So 123 into 2, answer becomes 216. Okay. Sorry, 246. 123 into 2 is 246. Yes, so answer becomes D. Understood? Now, as we move forward, it will get little tricky, but still, if you just follow the flowcharts, it will be fine. Now, mathematics is written as this. Then how is chemistry written in the same code? Now let's see this. So this is mathematics is written as this: L, B, S, I, D, N, Z, U, Okay, HDR. Okay, then what is chemistry written as? What is chemistry written as? Now, now it looks daunting, but actually the pattern is fairly easy if you can find. Now, ML, first of all, you see the number of letters here and here are equal. That means, and the letters are different. So it is alphabetical puzzle. That is for sure. Now, how do you get from M to L? This is what? M to L will be minus 1. This you understand? Correct? LM. Then A to B, how do you get to? This is plus 1. Correct? Then T to S is again what? Minus 1. H to I is plus 1. So what is the pattern? Minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. So that means if I look at odd, when they are at odd places, first, third, fifth, seventh, then I have to do what? At odd places, I have to subtract 1, and if there isn't something in the even place, I'll have to add 1. As simple as that. Now, of all these letters, which do you think is different in most of them? So if you try to look here, let's say you try to do the fourth letter. Now, if I try to do the fourth letter, how it will work like? Fourth is what? Fourth is even. Fourth is even. So in even, what we do? In even, we add 1. Correct? So m plus 1 is n. Simple. So what you get here? This has to be the fourth letter, has to be n. Now, if you look at the fourth letter, so this is L, this is gone. Then this is N, okay, maybe. Then L, this is gone. Then L again, this is also gone. You get to the answer directly, which is B, I, D, N, and whatever is there. That is why I said that you should be looking for the point of difference. You just look at the fourth letter and then you are getting to the answer directly. Understood? Odd and even, that's it. Then yes, Shweta, correct. Then next, if the order of the letters in the English alphabet is reversed and each letter represents the position it occupies in that order, then which of the following represents Lucknow? Now see. Now see. So what it is saying? It is saying that if the order is reversed, okay, for example, A is the first letter from the forward direction, and what is the first letter from the backward direction? Z is the first letter from the backward direction. Okay, now this, now what they are saying, that A would be replaced by Z and vice versa. Understood? Similarly, B would be replaced by X, Y, Z. So this is Y. So these are the pairings it is talking about. Okay, orders of the letters are reversed. Now, of course, you don't need to do all this. That is reversing of this. I will tell you a much easier way to do this question. Now, how do you do this? So basically, you want to find out what will be the reverse of this. Now, what you do? First, let's say you're looking out for the last letter. Now, let's see the last letter first. W. W is what number letter? Huh? T, U, V. So E or T, you remember? E or T. Correct. So this was 20. This is 25. Correct. So after T, U, V, W. W is what? 23. So W is 23rd letter. But this is from the forward direction. What I want is from the backward direction. How do I find from the backward direction? Huh? Ultimately, forward plus backward is 27. So I simply subtract this number from 27. What it becomes? 27 minus 23. What is the answer? 4. 4 means what? Which letter? D. Only from the forward direction we are looking. So the last letter has to be D. This is gone, this is gone. Only A and D are the possibilities now. Now, in A and D, which one should I look? You can clearly see, if I see the second letter, I can get to the answer. G here and F here. Now, let's go for second letter. So this is U. U is which letter? T, U. T, U. So 20 plus 1. So this is STU. So this is 21. Now here what I'll have to do, again 27 minus 21, correct, TUV. Now 27 minus 21, this is 6. Which is the sixth letter? A, B, C, D, E, F. Sixth letter is F. So answer here becomes what? Answer becomes D, O, F, X, P, L, D. Understood? You don't need to, some people tell that you have to remember that series of pairs, there is some mnemonic for it. If you want, you can, but it is not needed at all. One question has come, okay, in all these years which requires this. This is a much more logical way, because you remember the forward order, just subtract it from 27, get to the answer. Okay, then next. Okay, this is the same. Now it says if 0 is written as chur, then how is player written? Okay, now let's see this. So this is 0. 0 is written as CHUR. Now what might be the pattern here? Now Z is written as C. What is this? Isn't this after Z? If I see this is going in a cycle, correct? If you write all the letters in cycle, let's say you start from A, B, C, D, go like this, then the last letters will be X, Y, Z. And if you write them in cycle, then Z plus 1 will become A, Z plus 2 will become B, Z plus 3 will become C. So it is working like this. Understood? So what is the difference here? The difference is very clearly 3 here. Understood? Then E. After E, F, G, H. Again, the difference is of 3. Then R, S, T, U. Again, difference is of 3. So of course O, this is also 3. So all the time difference is of 3. If this is so, then what you can do? You have to find for player. Now you can find any letter, but S is common in all of them. Let's just start from the back side. Then what I'll have to do? R plus 3. R plus 3 is what I've already done here. So this is U, correct? R, S, T, U. So what you get here? U here, R, S, T, U. So the last letter has to be U. Answer becomes D. You don't even need to do any other. If let's say 2 options had U, then you would check any one of them again, whatever is different. This is the pattern we follow. Okay, then next. Yeah, this is again a good question. ABCD is written as 24, EFGH is written as 1680, then IJKL is written as what? This is from CSAT 2024, very near. Okay, just last year. So let's see this. This is ABCD being written as 24. Now, one good habit that you have by now, hopefully, is what you do. Okay, you don't panic, you don't think what is this, what is happening here, why suddenly letter became digits. No, you first write down the letter codes in forward direction. This habit at least you get from this lecture. Now, so what you do? A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4. EFGH, this is 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that is why sometimes other chapters also work. You see here 1, 2, 3, 4, you see here 24. Can you see how 1, 2, 3, 4 can make 24? Huh? Do you know anything about 4 factorial? Okay, so this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 factorial is 24. So this is actually the multiplication of all these 4 numbers. So this becomes 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. This becomes what? 24. Understood? Similarly, let's try for this also. We have made a hypothesis here. So 5 into 6 into 7 into 8. 5 6 are 30. 8 7 are 56. 56 into 30. What you will get? 0 here. 6 3s are 18, 1 carry, 5 3s are 15 plus 1, 16. Yes, the pattern is following beautifully. So this is 1680. Now it is asking you I, J, K, L. Now I is what? J is 10. This you know. E, J, T by now. So this is 10. This is 1 less 9. This is 11. This is 12. Now the answer would be what? Would be the multiplication of all of these. Now, of course, you can multiply and find out the number. That is, for example, here 90, 9 into 10, 11 into 12. 11 into 12 is what? See, 12 tens are 120 plus 12 more. So this becomes 132. Now you can multiply this and get the answer. That is 0. And then 9 twos are 18, 1 carry, 9 threes are 27, 8 here, 2 carry, 9 ones are 9, plus 2, 1, 1, 880. Now, let me tell you a much better way to do this, to avoid multiplication. What you can do is something known as the concept of last digit. So what you do? You have to just see the last digit. Now, ignore 0. Okay. Now, first thing, the last digit would be 0. So 0 is available in all of them. Correct? So this won't solve my problem. Now, just see the second last digit. Second last digit. So 0 is gone. 0 is of no use to me now. 0 I have already taken care of. Now let's find the other digit that you can have. 9 into 1. 9 into 1 again. So this is 9. 9 into 2. 9 into 2. What you get? 9 into 2 is 18. What is the second last digit then? 8 is the second last digit. Last digit is of course 0. So what you are looking for? You are looking for a number that ends with 80. Can you find it? Yes. Answer is A. UPSC always, whenever there is some big multiplication, please remember they are only checking last digit and second last digit. They will never ask you to multiply the whole number. Understood? So what you have to do? See the last digit, see the second last digit, get to the answer. Understood? Then next, this is again a little different one. So it says what? In a certain code, pot is written as a top and trap is written as a part. Then it is asking you what will arena be written as. Now see this. First thing that you observe here is that the number of letters in the word, in the word and in the code, in the word and in the code is actually different. Here you have 3 letters, here you have 4 letters. Now what you need to find here, so basically what you do, whatever is common, you try to find pattern in them. So you see here pot, you see here top. Isn't this common? And how can you form from pot to this top? This is just simple interchange. Isn't it just simple interchange? Correct? Just interchange this. Now similarly, trap and part. Isn't this again just simple interchange? C, P, A, R and T. Just you have to reverse the order. And you are adding an A in front here, A in front here. What will happen here? Again what you will have to do? You will have to reverse the order here and add an A. So let's reverse the order. So it becomes what? A, N, E, R and A. But it's not done still. You have to add an A also. So it becomes what? Anira. Anira. Where is Anira? Anira is option D. Understood? Simple? Okay. Then let's get to 2025, which was just last year. Okay. Now, this was a good question. See if you can find anything. No is coded as 210. 2025 I'll wait. 2025 I'll wait so that you can solve. Tried 210. No is coded at this, not as coded as this, then note will be coded. Notes will be coded as what? I'm just writing, I'm not telling. So this is no. No is coded as 210. Then not is coded as 4200. Then something other things. Now, first thing, what we do, what is our usual pattern? What we do when we see question like this? First thing that we try to do here is we write the letter codes for them. Correct? This is our pattern. Now, N is what? E jot E, remember? E jot E. Now, NOP, can you remember this? So, NO, O is what? O is 20th, 5, 10, sorry, 5, 10, 15, sorry. O is 15th, correct? So, N will be what? N is the 14th letter. This is fine. O is what? O is of course the 15th letter. E jot is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now can you see anything? 14 and 15. How do you get to 210? Yes. So basically what you can do, you can just multiply them. Then it becomes what? 14 into 15 is what? So basically 14 into 15. 15 fours are 60 here, 0, 6 carry, 15 ones are 15 plus 6, 210. What is given here? 210. Let's test our hypothesis another time using this not. Now, not, so this was again 14 into 15. This was already taken care of in 210. What is the T? T is which number letter? E jot T. T itself is the 20th letter. So, into 20. This becomes what? This is already what we have calculated. 210 into 20. Now, what is this? 2 zeros. 21 into 2. 21 into 2 is what? 42. So this becomes 4200. Yes, the hypothesis is working very well. If this is so, now what I have to calculate? Now, note is also given to me. So note is given to me as 21,000. Okay. Now, the question asked me about notes. So notes will be what? Note which is 21,000 into whatever is the letter code for S. For S, what is the letter code? If T is 20, ST, so S is 90. Then you just have to multiply them. You don't even have to do this. Again, what will work? 3 zeros are fine. After that, what is the first letter after the zeros? 9 into 1. 9 into 1. What is the letter? 9. So the first letter after zeros should be 9. First letter after zeros 2, first letter after zeros 4, first letter after zeros 3. Answer becomes A 399,000. If you want to multiply, you can multiply. You will get 399,000. Okay, simple. So that is why before many students, what I have seen, that after seeing this question they just stopped. That what is this? These are big numbers. The thing is, please follow the process. Whatever we have learned in the flowchart, first follow it. Okay. As we are doing all the PYQs, you must have seen that it works in all of them. Now let's say they make a question where it does not work, but at least there also it is ensured that whatever you have learned, that you have applied. If a question is like that, almost all the questions are solved with those flowcharts, then you will be able to solve it. But please follow the process. Don't just start looking at it. Okay, then let's do the last question. You will do this question. Yes, Dheeraj, good. Yes, Shweta, good. You will do this last question. I have taught you everything that I could. Now it's your turn. Observe the word carefully. France is this, Germany is this, then Yemen will be coded as what? Abhishek, try and solve this. I'm just rewriting. Try to do. Yes, yes. Most people are getting D. Very good. So basically, what you have to do, you just have to find first thing that you see here, Yemen, Yemen. You're searching for the code. Now, Yemen can be directly made from France and Germany. Very clearly, you have Y here, E here, M here, E here, and N here. So just see the corresponding letters. So now I try to form Yemen. Just see how. So basically, Y is what? Y is what? Y is 7. So first it becomes 7. Now I am looking at these two. Now, now I only have to check the third one. So third one is what? Third one is M. What is M? M is equivalent to 8. So I am looking for the option which has 8 here, which is option B. Okay, some people will say that I was very fast to calculate all of them. The thing is, it is a good habit that you start finding out point of difference, because sometimes like that mathematics question you saw na, it was such a big code that you got. So it's a very good habit that you are always looking at options, not just in coding decoding, but in every topic that we do. Okay, so this is it. We have done all the questions also within the limited time that we had taken. It's still 52 minutes. Okay, this PDF, if you want, this you can get from my Telegram channel. There you will find this PDF with the solutions. Everything that you see on the board will be there. That can act as your own notes. If you have written, then it's even better. Okay, these two flowcharts is what you always need to remember. You need not worry, as you saw that you were able to solve most of the questions within class just by following the flowcharts. I promise you that if they give you questions, hardly one question they can give you where you won't be able to do in coding decoding, but otherwise you will be able to sail through it in most years. That's it for the lecture. Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, before that, yeah, Nandini, if anybody has any doubt, they can ask. Any doubt, they can ask. If we can, Anurag, if we can form a meaningful English word by using first and last alphabet, word smart together and with, and see which of the following alphabet of. Anurag, the question does not look complete. Okay, your question could not come completely. Anurag, you can do one thing. Okay, the question is too long. I understood. So you can follow me on my Telegram channel. Okay, you can find the Telegram channel on the Twitter account only, and there you can send me the question, whatever you have. Okay, with the statement. I think it's a multi-statement question, which data sufficiency based question. So that you can find my Telegram channel on the Twitter channel itself in my bio. This channel also you can find it there. Okay, there you can ask your doubts. Yeah, Anurag, it's fine, it's your doubt. Sir, can you share the schedule of lectures? Yes, we'll share the weekly schedules. Okay, that also you will get there only. Okay, that's it. Shall we end it? Okay, okay, that's it. We'll end the session. Thank you for attending the session, and please be thorough and keep attending the session. Please be meticulous. This exam is all about work ethic. Please try to have good work ethic. That's it. Thank you.